will do that. And some of you who won't do that, because there's a lot of things to be recognized. But we do have to pick individual people for some outstanding work that they've done. I'm looking for exceptional musicianship skills. I'm looking for exceptional rehearsal skills. People that have gone way above and beyond. For a 7th and 8th grader, it might be someone with all the little numbers next to their name. It might be a section leader, might not be a section leader, but someone who's worked really, really hard to be what they are today. So you'll hear 2 awards, and the first one I'll give out, we'll start with cadet, will be for our Member of the Year. And the Member of the Year is basically the kids' vote. So now, if I feel like they wrote that they have nice hair, I don't count those votes. So these are all real votes, and they are coming from the heart, and they're things that they appreciate from these people. And so, our Member of the Year, I'm going to read off some things that we said about our Member of the Year. Okay, so this person is a strong musician with excellent rehearsal skills, always is paying attention, and always has her hand up to give feedback to questions. Excellent in working independently or with others, participated in district honor orchestra and takes lessons privately, spends pace time alone or with others practicing and leading sections. And that's not kids, but that's mine. From kids, we said helpful, positive, encouraging, willing to help anytime, encouraging, on task, consistently works hard, kind, not bossy. Her sister might say otherwise. Loyal to orchestra and her viola section, will stand up to what's right, keeps spirits up, and she's a silent leader. This one is for Morgan Martin. The other Member of the Year, here are some things from their classmates. Excellent violinist, leadership skills, great leader, helpful, sets a good example in terms of musicianship, kind, funny, and motivated. This individual, again, takes privately, decided to do a solo and solo ensemble, has led sectionals, is always positive, enthusiastic about coming to orchestra at the end of the day, often spends pace times practicing, not just with his own classmates, but he's starting to practice with some classmates that are in the 7th and 8th grade orchestra. This one's for Ethan. Is for our Director's Award, and this is for someone that I guess this came straight from Maddie. Teachers don't always know what kids are like, and so yes, I don't always know what kids are like, and that's why kids get to vote. And I also take that into consideration when I make my vote. If I see that they've gotten no votes from their own classmates, I'm kind of going, okay, what's going on? But everyone that I've chosen is someone that I've seen as someone that's a leader, someone that's worked really hard, but also that their classmates have seen that and that they're respected by everybody and not just what I get to see. This one for Director's Award is a good leader, strong musician, always positive, perfect posture, and always has something to work on. This student has come pretty much every Monday to tutor. She took on a solo, she took on a trio, she took on a solo tonight. This one's for Tara. Alright, so last but not least for cadet, this student has helped me multiple times in my all for strings, has helped to lead the class. Sometimes I have to walk out of the room to go help someone individually, and I've led people to start warm-ups and end warm-ups. This person cheers everyone's on, pays attention when the teacher's talking, strong musician, good intonation, always tries hard. Again, started taking privately, took on a solo. This is probably one of the most enthusiastic musicians in the class. Literally, sometimes I have to say, stop playing, stop playing. He's working his way through the Suzuki. I've never seen someone so excited to go from page to page of the Suzuki. This is for Anirudh. All right, on to the things. I'll try to get this up here so I can next. All right, I'll actually start. There's a reason that there's only 3 here tonight. One is for Magna, who is not here tonight. Magna, I sent it home with her mom, so hopefully she's gonna, get a Snapchat or something of her presentation tonight. But Magna, Magna is someone who did not want to be here tonight. She was accepted to go to the national level, if I'm correct, for NHD National History Day. So she was in DC presenting her History Day presentation. And so she didn't just skip out on us. But Magna has been playing for 2 years now. She's an 8th grader, so she started in 7th grade. And yes, it's doable. It's always doable. I say it's doable. But I've never seen someone do it as well as Magna did. Magna was fully committed to her instrument, to practicing. And one of the student comments I got was she practices a lot. And it's entirely true, because the first couple days she walked into this orchestra having never played a cello in her life. And so she spent a lot of hours in a practice room learning to play her instrument and never getting really down about it. So the student comments that I'm hearing is a lot of things about positivity, working really hard. So amazing section leader, thank you Magna. Very good at teaching, helped me improve my cello skills a lot. Inspiring, positive, helpful, encouraging, and a wonderful example. A strong musician, cute hair. Really nice, works really hard, sets a good example for others. She takes responsibility of her entire section. Helps others during class and tutors others after school. Always has her materials, and she practices a lot. So yeah, that's for Magna, if we could give her a round of applause. This one, also part of the kids' vote, is for a student who is new to RMS this year. And what a pleasure that's been, getting to know him. Take privately, not only participated in the Honors Orchestra, but was the concertmaster of Honors Orchestra, got into All-State. You got to hear him part of the concerto today, and all the hard work that he puts into what he's doing. Comments from his peers. I love these. Good leadership. Those of you who are working with papers, please advice. Hardworking, pays attention, enthusiastic, has a positive attitude. He is handsome and cool and smart and prepared every day. Someone's laughing because they know they wrote that and I just said that. He's a very good musician, inspires me to play better, is an awesome member of the orchestra family. He's a nice friend to me and a great violinist, positive example, and he has helpful things to say. So this is for Taryn. Alright, so on to my Director's Award. I'd like to reiterate that this is not just my vote, this is the vote of everybody. I just sometimes like to think of it as I just get to recognize more people. But really I've been seeing a lot from these musicians. The first one is someone who a silent leader. It's not the person standing up in the front of the group conducting, that is, trying to corral people to go places. This person is just always doing what they're supposed to do, and I mean always doing what they're supposed to be doing. He is not only a good violin player, but a good piano player. He's really important to us in the orchestra department. For what he does in just kind of bringing people together and ensembles together. I want to say, accompanied maybe 4 different solo ensemble performances. He participated in Honor Orchestra well, made a fabulous audition to Junior All-State, even though he didn't get in. It was an incredible audition that got turned in. But very, very hardworking individual. This one's for Andre. But not least, this is for someone who is, again, one of the most devoted people to her instrument. And if you were to put any other instrument in her hand, she would not be happy about it, and completely devoted to the viola. She has been a section leader since 6th grade, and she owns her section. She's proud of her section. She's proud of what her section does, not only what she does. Again, a fabulous Junior All-State audition, even though it didn't make it completely in. Honor Orchestra, she took a front seat at Honor Orchestra. She's corrals people to come together during pace for fiddling. This has a lot of fun. And a lot of the comments that I'm hearing from the kids combines hardworking and fun. So I'll go through those. She's a skilled violist, loves playing her instrument and puts her whole heart into it. I had to do a Japanese thing and she just played viola for it. I'm surprised that she has never even earned this award. She genuinely likes leading her section and does a great job. Amazing section leader that encourages us to improve. Runs viola sections really well. She keeps us on task while allowing us to have some fun. She's good at pointing out what needs to be worked on. Inspirational to all players because she works hard. This is for Phoebe. If you have an award in your hand, please stand. Yes. So these individuals are kids who represent us really, really well. They're trustworthy kids. All the pieces are right there, and again, that even if there's not a shiny thing in your hand, that the work that's going on all around kind of makes this what it is. So even if you didn't come home with it, that there is good things happening in every single section. So one more round of applause for everyone. Okay. So next up we have Advanced Orchestra. I think that's all that's left on.